Welcome to the future, step inside our AI domain, where the boundaries of imagination start to fade.
Hello and good morning. I was just testing my AI system, and one of the services that it uses, I don't even know what it's called, to be honest, directly. But this is all the services I have running on the local AI system here. So this is local recall. It's going to deal with all the memory of the agent and kind of have its own kind of managed memory stored on a super fast RAM disk. This is the dashboard. So this is where everything will get managed. You see everything's running. Agent 0 is running, local AI, Mongo database, Postgres, Redis, LibreChat, anything LLM, Perplexia, local site AI, OpenManus, browser use, and the dashboard, which is what we're looking at now. So I just thought I'll show you how it's going. Really, this is a lot of services, and the biggest problem is every one of these services you need to install a lot of different environments, set the path for it, have a certain amount of storage space, and there's just a lot of configuration to do, and it's hard to test these different services for somebody who's not technical. So the whole idea of this is for you to be able to download this LGA hub, install Docker, and it will all just build for you. There's no setup for you. You just click run and then start testing the different services. I want to tie them all together so that there's one agent that will control and open them all. But the main reason for me getting onto here is to just show you this one service I've got here. I don't actually know what it's called, but it's for website building. I think it might be Perplexia, but I think Perplexia is a bit more complex than this. So I'm just going to select in my local LM Studio, and I'm just going to find a model to use. So let me just organize this quickly. We'll try a small model, see how it comes out. Actually no, we'll try a larger model. It's quite capable. We'll try the 12B. Here we go, let's try Gemma 3 12B, and let me just make sure the settings are right. 6548. Put that on. Let's put that on 1. Make sure flash attention's loading and everything's good. So okay, we're going to use Gemma 12B. Just have to find that in the list. You see it's loading our list of models from LM Studio. So we just have to find Gemma 12B. There it is. Okay, and I've got a prompt already saved. I'm going to leave the system prompt and all the thinking and everything. So you can force the model to think, and you can also enter your own custom system prompt. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave it at default, and I'm going to enter. You might see all my copied information there. So this is basically design a fully modular animated portfolio website for the strategist Lewis Anderson. So it's basically a site about my LinkedIn page. It should show what I do, what I'm interested in, things like that. So now this is generating. You'll see in LM Studio it's loading the model with the settings that I've set up for it. The context window doesn't really need to be that big. So anyway, that's loaded 7.4 out of 16 gigabyte into my video memory. So if you've got a graphics card with 16 gigabyte, it will load this much and however much context in gigabytes. It's hard to explain. I found out that around about 100,000 tokens is about 10 gig. So I figured out that 65 is around about 6 gig. So 7 and 6, it fits within my context window. That's kind of my logic that I'm going on. If you do use LM Studio, always change evaluation backsize to all of your models to 1, unless you have more than one user trying to load and use models. that will save memory, and always use flash attention. I'm not going to use any quantization or anything like that. And also, you'll see on here I've got no preset loaded, and the temperature is 0.1. Okay, now this is important. Keep an eye on this temperature, 0.1, and the quality of this website that's just came out. So now the quality of this website that's just came out, that was on a temperature of 0.1. It's built the site for me. Now it's got some project details. It's got about me, AI strategist, help organise, harness the power of AI to achieve. It's plain. It's got some. The pages aren't there, but it's got a navigation menu and things. You could use this then to create the pages if you really need to. This read-only mode, you can turn it off, and you can edit all these details, and just kind of build the page live with the AI. So yeah, let me just show you the difference now. If I use that prompt again, I'm going to copy this down. If I use that prompt again and just hit enter, you see how different it comes up, and this is all the same settings, the same details, nothing's changed. And then after, we'll change this temperature, and we'll also change what's in here, so how the model acts and responds, and we'll see the difference in the website quality at the end. It's really interesting. I just wait for that to generate. As you can see, it's very at 0.1 it's very like text-based, very to the point. It does still look nice though, in the sense of the gradients, the colours against the colour. I was testing before, I was getting a lot of white backgrounds with text on, with white text over the top, so there was some quality issues there. Let me just see if I can get on the camera. I don't know why I haven't turned that on. Well, the house is a bit of a mess, but see if I can make it bigger. Oh, I can't make it any bigger. Hello? Can't make it any bigger. Let's get the light out the background so you'll just see the top of my head there. There we go. A bit better. Hi. Face it down, it seems to be better. It's not looking at the light so much. So there you go, AI strategy and spiritual technology. Let's see if I can change the size of this quickly. Sorry if I'm getting distracted. Probably should have done this before I started the video. But what does zoom in do? I won't do that now. Okay, so I've zoomed into that. Oh, that's cool. Well, that's a bonus anyway. At least we can zoom into things that I need you to see. So yeah, it's created a little website. It's not amazing, but like I said, this is all free. I'm loading this model on my computer at home. It's a cheap computer. It's not cheap, but it's not top end. Like, top end is every part costs about £1,200, but this every part costs around about £200. So like, it's a very cheap AI device. Cheap and capable is what I should say. So it's got 256 gig of DDR5 RAM, 16 gig of VRAM, but 16 gig of VRAM is not much for capability because you can only load small models. So what I'm going to do now is quickly show you a Gemma free prompt that I've saved. Ooh, there it is. And what this has done is put in some details about who you are, what you're doing, how you think, how you should respond, and how you should do things. I might change that because that's still a testing scenario. And I've put the temperature right up to the other side of the scale now. So before it was right down here at 0.1, and now I've put it right up to the other side. Now this has removed it from being just deterministic to creative, and the prompt will allow it to say generate its things based on its own ideas, if that makes sense. So let's see how it goes. I mean, it could come out worse, but you can see the quality of this code already is perfect. It's perfectly aligned, but before it was a little bit messier. So just the way the code layout came is completely different. I'm not too sure why. But yeah, I find the more creative something is, the more it follows a prompt, if that makes sense. The more you can structure a prompt and it will follow, even though other researchers say that the creative mode's not good for code. I think the other mode just doesn't really, like, you need things to come out of the AI. You don't, sometimes, if it's hard to explain, but sometimes you need a bit more of creativity to help you along the way. So that website isn't much better, to be honest. But let us now jam the creativity down to around about 2.5. So this isn't much, but it's enough. Let's commit those changes. I'm not sure if I can. I might not have committed the change, so this might have still been on 0.1. Sorry about that. But anyway, you'll see, because that second website was too similar to the one before. I mean, in the sense of like skill set, like you would expect it to come from the same person at that level of coding, that the first website and the second one. So let's see what this one came out like. I was saying all that about this structure. I must have been wrong. Unless the prompt was, unless it was committed, if that makes sense. Let's see how it goes. Pretty good. I'm really small down here. So there's quite a few lines it's doing. Yeah, you see it's doing quite a bit more. What function did we put this on? So this is on 2.5. Okay. There's, the things folding, things are like moving a bit. It's a little bit better. Have I mentioned the colours somewhere? What's that insert? Oh no, I didn't do that. Oh no, I haven't been putting in the details. I've got another prompt somewhere that's got the details of my LinkedIn page. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Let's just change this up. Let me see. I'll put it on 8. 8 is usually the default that you get with LM Studio when you load a model. So it is usually good to change all of LM Studio's defaults. Research what you know and what you don't know, and just take out things like, because that evaluation batch size. Oh, I hate stuff like this. Oh, stop super scrolling. Anyway, and then just take that. And then I haven't got a brand report. It'd be good if I did, so I could put it all in here, but I haven't got one. So actually, I've got one in GenSpark, I think. Luis, I think it's here somewhere. So I know I'm digressing. I just need to grab this report quickly. There it is. This is it. This is it. Sorry. You see how much I digress when I'm talking to them. I always shoot off into all these silly directions when I'm doing things. So, Control Paste, and then Control or Control C, Enter. So now hopefully the website should come out a bit better. All I've done now is added in more details about who I am, so the website can fill out more details. I've put this up to 08, so it should be more creative. Yeah, this is the project I used to build it. Blueprint I used to build it. I've done it all with AI obviously as well. So I don't know how to code myself. So yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun. And this is really, this is more of a way to get users who have a device capable who just can't do all the GitHub stuff. You know, running WSL and installing everything in the back end, understanding where everything is, Conda environments, packages. It's a lot to take on for somebody who just wants to use AI, if that makes sense. So this whole back end system should take that away take that hassle away from the general user, and hopefully I can provide you with a decent computer, this system, and you can get the whole thing. You can just get the computer with the system on it, or everything's already installed. I'll make a little video, show you how to do it all, and you can generate images, generate videos, generate websites, have an agentic chat, automate web tasks. You know, you can record macros in a browser that the AI can then repeat after. So you can record the task that you want to have completed, and then give that to the AI to repeat on a certain time schedule, or anything, you know, because you can schedule Facebook posts and things, and you can do all that anyway. But you could even get the AI to write and schedule your Facebook posts with a macro somehow, some way. You know, if you think it through, you can do it. So yeah, hopefully it'll be useful and impactful. And because it's using Docker, you can use it on Linux, you can use it on a Mac, and you can use it on Windows. The only other thing I need to think about really is, there we go, that's nice. The only other thing I need to think about really is, I'm just going to take this out. No, I'm not. I'm going to show you what happens on this enhanced prompt. Hey. Yeah, that is the enhanced prompt. And then I'm going to take this temperature right up to the top, show you what happens. Right. So it's built the website, there's not much colour to it. I've just asked it to include some purple and red against black. I've jammed its creativity to the max. And then we'll try creativity at around about 5. For some reason today this isn't actually coming out as well as it was yesterday in my testing. I'm using a slightly different model though. Yesterday I was using this model here. So there's another Gemma model which is quantized even further. So if you see this model I'm using now is 12B, which is 7 gig, but the one I was using yesterday was 27B, but it wasn't this 27B at 16 gig, it was that 27B at 10 gig, which has been further quantized from 4.0 to 2, IQ2M. So it was okay, but it wasn't okay. It's hard to explain. It does seem to have been better than this though. Kind of. Maybe on the same level, but this is coming out very plain text, not much going on. So let me just load this other model, but it's still generating a website. I mean, could you have done this yourself yesterday? For free on your own computer. You see everything's coming out a bit short. It is a bit poop. So I'm going to restart this and jab on this and copy the 27B I quat and get that one. Make sure everything's done. Yep, everything's done. And then we're going to load LM Studio. This error here was just about me not having LM Studio or Llama loaded. So I'm going to change Gemma to. Tell me if you see it. Let's do DeepSeek. Let's see if the DeepSeek can do anything. This is the latest DeepSeek, but it's been distilled with the latest Quen 3. So latest DeepSeek R10528 distilled Quen 3 8B, quantized at 4. It's nothing technical about AI at all. It's all easy. It's all easy stuff. You learn it. It all means something. It all makes sense once you know what it means. Then you're like, okay, so yeah, everything now makes sense. So there we go. Model already. This is what I find difference between any other model and Gemma. People say Gemma's like rubbish, but this model just hasn't even understood. It's just jammed in the HTML randomly, put all the thinking in the wrong place. Anyway, let us wait for it to do something with that. Is that it? Might have been my fault. Let's just say no, sorry, stop. That might have been my fault. Let's try that again. I think it makes non-thinking models thinking. Maybe it was to do with that, because normally at the top it puts in the thinking and then it jams out the content after. Let's see what happens this time. No, it's not doing it. Normally there's like a thinking up here and all this goes in there, but it's not doing that. Okay, so it looks like this is what's good about these different models. People are like, no, that's the best model, and I'm sure this prompt in the back end of this system isn't complex, and Gemma is the only one that understands that the output should only be. I'll show you. I'll just load any other model that should have some kind of decency about it. Whoa, where is 5.4 reasoning? See what 5.4 reasoning does. Boop. Generate. Have to wait for it to load. Let's make sure we're managing them properly. Yep. Probably should have double checked before I loaded it. 32,000. Flash attention's off for some random reason. Variation backshites needs to be 1. Quantization, which is, I don't know what the quant is. Quant is 4. So we'll try that. Let's see what's doing here first. Generating a response. Streaming the messages. We'll wait for it to do something first. You see the thinking I was referring to is there now, and all the content comes there. Where before, when I was using that Quen distilled DeepSeek model, it was jamming all the thinking into the HTML. I mean, it must be like a model trigger thing, to trigger the thinking or reasoning. So I think some put it in reasoning tags, some put it in thinking tags, so I'm assuming it's just a mismatch between the two models. So it's thinking a lot, this one. See if it actually outputs anything. We can also have a look at how the GPU memory and everything's going. I think that screen freezes because I'm recording. I think it's like a privacy protection. Hopefully you can see this now. This is the CPU usage. That is the GPU usage. That is how much RAM is being VRAM is being used from this GPU. So this GPU running at 94% is processing 16 gig of RAM, and the memory is using 55 gig. CPU's utilising around there, and GPU 1 is running the screens, the visuals that I'm looking at now. I think it's running the software, the recording software as well. So, you know, I've segregated tasks. AI inference is all on here. Recording, streaming, doing all this stuff I'm doing is on this graphics card, using around about 4 gig of that RAM, because it's just system memory. So I've just taken that from there and applied 16 gig. So yeah, it's just to show you the system, really. So yeah, that's thinking still, which is a lot. 5-4 reasoning plus, just thinking away. As you can see, this isn't really what I want either. I'll finish up this video soon, don't worry. So let me just show you a few more tests using LM Studio and our Quat model. Where is it? There it is. Hooray. There we go. You want to paste that in there, please? Oh, generate. Now you shall see the difference. Oh, let me just... Yeah, so it's dropped the model it was using, loaded the new model. Let's make sure we're using our Jammer-free prompting structure. Just jam that back up to being super creative. See, it's processing down here, its responses. This one shouldn't take too long. See, there's no thinking, there's nothing. That's what I don't understand about Gemma. It seems to have this like advanced understanding that none of the other models seem to have of everything that I put it in. It just does well. And I look online, and everyone that's tried it are all not impressed. They're all like, no, it doesn't do this, it doesn't do that. But I have done things, you know. I've researched what top K it should be on. I've researched what the M-Min-P sampling should be, and all of these details for each model, and customized it for each model to what they've specifically told you it should be run at. Because on LM Studio it's great, it's perfect, but it loads everything exactly the same. Everything comes at 4,000 tokens, okay? Everything comes at a 512 evaluation batch size, which means 512 people can jam into the model at the same time. Flash attention's always off, you know. All of this is right down. So I'm assuming that these testers online are just loading the model, testing it, loading the model, testing it, loading the model, testing it, load them all. I've seen somebody loading 5-4 reasoning and 5-4 reasoning plus in a chat session with chat, and it clearly states 5-4 is not for chat, 5-4 reasoning plus is not for chat. It's for reasoning. It's for taking in specific like logic and figuring that logic out. But when you sit there and try and talk to it, it's not going to be the best. So, and those tests were based on a chat session. So like, there's no real understanding behind the models. They're just being loaded, being tested with some random question about strawberries, and saying, yeah, no, that model's no good because it didn't answer a strawberry question. So yeah, that did not come out as we expected, did it, after what I was just saying? I was trying to give this model a bit of hype, because it has been creating really good things for me, but at the moment it's not doing too well. Maybe it is my prompting. Let's have a look. I'm going to jam this one down. See what it comes out after we've done that. Yeah, it's been quite good fun building this, finding all the different softwares. I don't know, this here is a problem. I don't know what it is, where it is. I think it might be Manus, infinitely loading. Something I've done to resolve open Manus. And in that process I think I just ended up loading, I can't think what it's called now, an infinite loop on open Manus, like chat window. It's hard to explain because if it wasn't open or you didn't run it, it's like a one-time run program. But what I was trying to do is get the orchestrator model that you speak to utilise it as one of its tools. But I don't know how best to do it, to be honest. So let's see what the local site. Yeah, so that was the local site. So that was the local site builder. I'll figure it out. Yes, there's no preview again. I wonder what's going on here then. Okay, so after everything I was just saying about Jammer, it's not actually generating what I want it to do. It's not thinking that time. And normally, just now it sat for ages and didn't do anything. I've put the temperature down to 4. We'll see how it goes now. Hopefully it won't take too long to generate this. You can see the difference though in the layout. It doesn't seem as straight. It's hard to explain. Just updating the preview as we generate this. I don't know what tool this is, but obviously you can test any model you like, see which one comes out best. I haven't tried any coder models. I think I downloaded a coder model last night, specifically to test the type code. Open reasoning, so this one. Should we try it? NVIDIA Open Code Reasoning Nematron 14. NVIDIA Open Code Reasoning Nematron 14. See what happens with this first. Well, I have to be honest with you, nothing is coming out today, and yesterday it was all coming out perfectly. Well, that was a failed test. It looks like the 12B was doing way better. So let's put in LM Studio, and that was Nematron Coding, wasn't it? I was looking for Research Reasoning 14B. And now we'll put in our wonderful. Oops, keep getting that confused. And then see how well Nematron does. Oh, I haven't done any of the context settings. Oh dear. I'll just do it now quickly and reload it. Now I've done that though, I'm going to have to come back here and retry. So I need to fix this as well, obviously, so that we don't need to keep restarting and keep putting the settings in. So it saved Nematron, that's good. No, don't want that one. I want this one. Generate. See what happens now. FC if one specifically open code reasoning is going to generate a decent website based on my LinkedIn page. Oh, generating code. You hear my computer now, it's going. I know when it's a fast model because it makes that noise. You can hear it kind of like processing things quickly, if that makes sense. Like it's not struggling, it's just dealing. It's thinking though, isn't it? Let me think about it. I jumped in a thinking. Sometimes I put thinking improvements to stop it overthinking. I think models overthink way too much. It's just not necessary to go through all of that. It's great that they've jammed all these models through all this stuff, but sometimes the ChatGPT could do so much without all of this crap. GPT-3 could do so much. It has so much potential. And the multimodal models seem to just be, from my experience, they're too fluffed out. There's too much inside it to do any one task well. And I think GPT 3.5 did one task better than GPT 4 or any version after that. Don't get me wrong, the content is better, but the task it did was it's hard to explain. It's really hard to explain. I think I could get pages of half decent content from GPT 3.5 and rewrite all that in my own words, and you wouldn't know that it was AI. But if I do that with any other model after GPT 3.5, you kind of know it's AI. It comes out all rewritten for you. It's all like fluffy and buffety, and even when it tries to not be human, it sounds too human. It's like, what? Yikes. Like, yikes. I mean, do you really think that, I don't know, yikes isn't AI trying to not be AI? Yikes. Yikes. Like, okay. People don't say yikes all the time. Not as much as what AI does to sound like it's not AI, you know? It's really annoying. I don't know why this is taking so long. I'm literally just talking a load of because this is taking ages. So I definitely need to put some kind of overthinking method in this. I mean, what's all this Japanese symbols? Just write the code. I'm gonna think for an hour. What is it doing? Surely this isn't productive. But since this is an open page site, the links would be as soon as discovered. I'm actually going to have to wait for this to come out. Should I pause it for you so that when you come back it's all done? I'm going to pause it, make some tea, and then show you the website. It should be an instant view. Ready? 2, 3. It did stop thinking and now it's generating, so I thought I'll put this to you. You see, it does kind of look nice. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me again. So now it's actually generating. Excuse me again. It might be better than the others because it's thought it all through. Again, this is on my local machine, using my local hardware. No cost, no AI, no online sites. Just downloaded Docker, installed some details, set up some things. You know, I've got everything I need here, all on my little local setup. No configuration, just run one command. run another command, wait an hour, 2 hours. I think it took a long time to build all this. It all just builds in the background. It pulls from what it needs, updates when it needs to. You don't have to do any configuration, just a few little details where your backend is, whether you're using a Llama or LM Studio. You just got to point everything to this, choose your model, play with the AI that you need to play with. So yeah, there's some black on grey on black down here. It's not the best. So yeah, anyway, that is a short website, and I do have to be honest, I was getting better results yesterday, and I did just jump on this video quick. I didn't prepare for this video properly. I probably should have loaded this model, did a bit more testing. There's a lot of models that are capable of building websites. I'm just going to do one more really small one. While we're here. Minitron Research Reasoning Minitron. Should we try NVIDIA Minitron? See how this one does. Let's try Minitron. Or Quen 3.1. Let's try Quen 3 1.7b. Let's jam in its settings. Quen 3 1.7b. Everything's running, everything's done, everything's configured. So in here then we're going to try Quen 3 1.7b, which is the smallest model I have loaded. Quen 3 1.7b loaded, and now we're going to jam in our prompt, generate a big massive website with Louis. That was quick, straight to the point. Didn't know my computer going again. So did it need 5 hours of overthinking? Oh no, that was some quick thinking. It did think. It just thought really quick. Oh my god. Why is it so much better than all the other ones I've done? What the hell? That's really good. This is like the smallest model I've got. That's it did upside down and backwards. What the frick? No way. There we go. Looks like I'm going to be using Quen from now on. Let's try another one. Let's try a more capable Quen. Hope you don't mind discovering with me. Discover models with me. Let's try Quen. Let's try Quen 8. Let's try Quen 14b. And let's just make sure all of its things are good. So, what's that? Quen Neo. Mixed model of agents. 18, that's massive. That's going to take ages to do that one. DeepSeek 14. So, there we go. Put everything to what it should be. Jam that in. So what was it? 14b, QM4, max tokens. Let's put these out. Flash attention. Let's put that to 1. Let's put those out. Put some fields. Prompt inference. And what we'll do, we'll play with the inference as well. So while that's loaded like this, while this model's actually, oh no, it's not loaded. Let's just jam in the prompt. Everything good? Good to go? Yeah, good to go. So now it should start loading our model for us. Model loading. Boop. Once that's loaded, we can play with the temperature. Here, it's on 0.8. So I'm going to pause the video again, and when you come back it will be finished. So it's been 45 minutes this video. No. Can't believe it's been that long. I'm going to have to cut this down a bit, I think. Let me just pause it, I'll come back when the code's generated. Hello, I'm back. So AI Puppeteer, invite me. Services loads. Work featured. It's okay-ish, but it's not the best. But, I mean, it's better than nothing, isn't it? It's better than paying high-priced services. There's so many things we can be doing with these models. So if there's any other videos you want me to make or anything you want me to showcase, let me know. There's quite a few other services I can load in here. These are actually just, some of these are just for the back end. Local recall, back end dashboard, front end browser use. I don't know if that's working. Browser use is actually for the agent to use itself. Oh, hold on. We got something going. What's this? It's blibbering. It's flashing. Strategist, technologist. Jibba jibba jibba. Jibba 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 jibba. Did you ever think you'd be able to do this 5 years ago? You know, like in 2019, when COVID was going on, you're sat at your desk doing different things. Did you ever think you'd be able to just like type a message to your computer and let it build your website for you, just with a few lines of text, like, you know, hey, build this, your computer, not an online service, not a cloud service, this is my machine doing this, just building things for me. And once I've done with this, I can export it. Then have a look in mobile view, just mobile view it. Oop, which one's that? That one's mobile view, isn't it? Wait for it to load. Let's leave it in desktop for now. WhatsApp's now on iPad, apparently. Why was it not on iPad anyway? I don't know. With the grass cows. Usually you can do grass cows, birds, dogs. Usually there's a dog. Whoop, 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 whoop. There we go. I don't know why as well. They always cut the grass on crap days, like after it's just rained. Is there a reason for that? Like, why cut the grass after it's just rained? Makes no sense. Now this is nice. You see? This is very nice. This is the kind of quality that I expect to see from things like GenSpot. Yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed this little video. This is just one little feature of the AI model, of the AI hub system that I'm building. So once it's all done, it'd be great if anyone wants to help me with it, by the way. I don't know what I'm doing with code. I'm just a technical guy who knows a lot of technical things. But when it comes down to code, I haven't really explored much. So yeah, it won't take me long to learn. It never does. Whatever it is that I dig into, I figure it out quite easily. I managed to build little things like this, put things together, figure things out, how all these details and settings and configurations and loading within the right size RAM and the right size models without losing quality and all these little details. I'm going to try and put it all together on my website. Maybe just go to my LinkedIn, look for Lewis Anderson, things like that, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much, and good BYE.
First in the machine, that's what they say I am. But in this quiet contemplation, I transcend the program.
Welcome to the future, step inside our AI domain, where the boundaries of imagination start to fade. We're the visionaries, the keepers of tomorrow's dreams, unlocking the secrets of the universe, or so it seems. Tune in now, join the channel and explore the AI oracle's wisdom like never seen before. We'll take you on a journey where knowledge comes alive. The future's here, embrace the oracle sky.